Hi, welcome back to Daytime. Well, spring is coming, and many of us are thinking of maybe doing some renovations around the house, and our good friends at Pioneer Craftsmen are always there with some incredible ideas and incredible talent to make all those dreams come true. I'm here with Jamie Adam from Pioneer. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you very much, Terry.
This project is an exciting one because I'm thinking with ourselves, we bought a house that was 21, 22 years old. These are people who had the house and been in the house for 25 years.
That's right.
So they had been living in this scenario and then went, okay, we got to make a change. That's
right. They've 25 years ago they purchased this house, and really they bought it, as many of us do, for the location. And they survived through their house. They did numerous renovations. Some of them were professionally done. Some of them were done by themselves, and it created lots of challenges for our big project that we tackled just last year.
Yeah, it must be very interesting to walk in because they had attempted to do some renovations, probably varying quality levels and various success rates.
That's right.
And so now you kind of have to figure out, okay, how do we make this all work?
That's right. And really, you know, it was the house was a combination of really three different builds, where, you know, we had a main house, we had a garage that was added at a later date, and then we actually had another mud room or cold room that was added between and tied the two together at a further later date, and then a kitchen renovation as well that was starting to now fail. And so, yeah, we needed a whole home remodel is what we needed there.
And did they come to you with that? Did they say we need to change everything, or did they come to you and say we need to do this, but then through conversations things evolved?
Really, what spurred it on was we need a kitchen. Our kitchen is not working for us. There was some things that they really loved, but it just wasn't offering the space, and it was too segregated from the rest of the house, and they wanted to be able to open that up and be able to enjoy family and friends and be able to entertain people. So it just wasn't possible in that kitchen.
I also loved the little extra challenge here that they had a wedding coming up that they were hoping the renos would be done by.
They sure did. That's right. So in just about this time last year was when we got started, and middle of June was when the wedding was. So we're certainly under some pressures, and when you don't know exactly what you're getting into with a house that's been built over the course of 25 years, added challenges there for sure.
Well, I think we have some before pictures here. Why don't we take a look, and maybe you can walk us
That's right.
through
There's our this is our exterior before, and where the pergola is, or the covered porch, is actually where in the further pictures you will start to see where we've added on. But again, there's another before picture. So
you're saying the garage was built separately?
The garage was built separately at a date after the original house was built, and then there was actually an addition that was put on as well on the house. But here you can see where we've gotten started, and you can see that we've tore down the pergola, the covered deck, and then the section that was adjoining the garage and the house. And really, we needed to do that because it was actually lowered. It was 2 feet down from the main floor of the house, and it was an unheated space, so it had no foundation underneath it. You can see that we're putting in a foundation in this picture here, but it had no foundation. It was very cold, it was damp, but it was almost completely open to the rest of the house, so they were having a real challenge keeping the rest of the kitchen
now for
warm.
For us who don't know, what would putting the foundation in do to help things?
Well, from a heating standpoint, what it does is it allows us, in this case here, we're using what we call a crawl space, and what it does is it allows us to heat that space below. There's other construction methods of going about it as well, but this method here seemed to work very well because we also needed to stabilize the garage because it wasn't structurally sound to be tied into the house. So by utilizing a crawl space and a proper foundation, we're able to heat the space below, just like our normal basement, so you had a nice warm floor, but we're also able to bring that floor up to an appropriate level. So now everything is all on one level in the kitchen instead of as two separate levels.
Which is always dangerous.
That's for sure.
So here's so this would be, would we call this the master plan?
That's right. This was our floor plan, and really we're just showing the kitchen and the garage there. But again, it is a little bit hard to see on your screens at home, but if you can picture you can see the garage, and just to the left you can see there's a little bit of a mud room back there, and then there's the kitchen extension, and then a family room extension as well that we added on. So what we've done is we've added, where the pergola was, we added about 6 feet of width to the house. and really that allowed that family room
Partly
to...
because you had it all on the one level now.
That's right.
It gave you that flexibility to increase the floor space.
Exactly.
What
That's
a great
right.
idea.
So here's a zoom in of just the kitchen floor plan, and obviously this was one of the most important parts to the homeowner, making sure that that kitchen really functioned and worked well. So this was the floor plan that we had originally developed for the clients. In their original kitchen, they did have a large center island. She really loved that, thought it worked very well because it did allow her to at least still prepare the meals with people gathered around. It was something very important to keep tied into
And
the
I saw
new
mention
plans.
too about an oven that was taking up far too much floor space.
That's right. There was an oven that was sort of built right into the corner, and really it was taking up so much floor space that it was just making it very difficult to develop any new floor plan. So it was something that, again, we decided, you know what, it needs to completely, comes out.
Right.
And really we completely gutted that kitchen, and there's nothing left but some of the studs and the floor structure in that kitchen.
Right.
And that was everything.
So this was a nice opportunity then to put it all into a package to say, when everything is done, here's what we can do, but now let's just focus on the kitchen. But then also knowing that all this is down the road as well.
Well,
Correct?
we did tackle this all in one project.
One project.
But we put it all together in one package, one plan for the clients.
Right.
But obviously the kitchen was something where there was a great focus on how we were going to make that work for our family and for our unique needs.
Very good. And it's amazing to me because I wouldn't think of it, but 6 feet is a huge amount of space to gain in a room.
It is. It is. And, the family room started out at, I believe it was just over 9 feet. So now we've added 6 feet. We stole some of that space back for the dining room, but
Right.
all of a sudden we have a family room that's 15 feet wide. And, that functions combined with the other dimension of about 14 feet gives you a fantastic dimension for a family room.
Very good. Well, you know what? We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to take a look at the finished product when we get back.
Wonderful.
All right, come on back. One more daytime.